pair of stats. I can't actually see.
We are live again.
rosters. Oh, okay. Damn it.
What? It doesn't matter. Like no one's here at the very beginning. Like it literally, it's like.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna start. I'm like, I was trying to just tell you stats and stuff, so that way we could try to mention it. But I'm not gonna talk about it now.
Listen, I'm free. I'm just gonna free ball all this, so you know. Free wheel. Remember when we used to be able to tag these streams with like NGS and everything? Wasn't that cool?
Yep.
When
Communities
Twitch,
and they had
yeah, when Twitch was cool like
really
that.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why they took that out.
Cause I don't know either.
I forgot that if I'm looking to the right, it doesn't pick up my mic very well.
Ah.
How do I sound? Do we even do a sound check?
Sound check. I don't know. You guys can turn on the stream. I can't, and it'll double play. So.
All right, Wipeout. How's it sound?
Yeah, Wipeout. How's the stream sound?
And B mid. 30-second delay though.
Yeah.
Real.
Hey, by the way, we're gonna talk about how this is the mouse house, right? While we're playing, is that how this goes? We're not playing while we're
only promote the mouse house. Going to Disneyland.
Yeah, baby.
Gotta get all the residents of the mouse house moving in. Get some cheese.
Ooh, could we get some cheese? Should we do that? You know what I should have done, actually, is I should have added some of the Lime Mouse logos onto these scenes. That was a mistake.
Duke says to turn me up. Which I'm not sure how you're going to do that.
I do it, probably in Discord.
Yeah. Which means I'm going to be yelling at you.
You're like at 175% now, so... Let's try it. Let's see if you're...
Test.
Yeah.
Sound check 1, 2, 3. Am I yelling at you?
No, you're fine.
Jeez, then how low do you have us normally?
No, you're fine in my ears. It might just be through the stream. I do... So
it might be your OBS.
Oh, I do have desktop. I have desktop.
Is
is lower than mine. Let's do that. Let's change that up a bit.
And then you might have to change the game sounds to lower. Like you have desktop up, and then you go into your volume settings and,
I'm gonna
specifically change HOTS to lower.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
so
lower
that
it
way
too.
We didn't check all that.
I mean, we barely got on here in time. Mostly because
Procasters. This is why I stopped casting, because if I wanted to make it sound really good and look really good, I spent way too much time beforehand. I'm like, this is not worth it.
All right, it's about 8:30 anyway. We should wait one more minute. So
it's 11:30, sir.
Whatever. You know what? I'm sorry it's late for you.
Wait, I got pinged somewhere in Discord.
I got pinged in Discord too.
Oh, it's Duke telling us the volume.
Oh. Hopefully it's better now.
All right, how are we doing?
All right. We'll switch over.
Get the right scenes on.
Yeah. Single panel. Look at that. I got our logos up and everything. It's professional as hell. Hey, everybody. Welcome
What's up?
to this NGS Division B West matchup. We have You Are Not Alone versus Deviled Keggs. I am Linehouse, and I'm joined by my best friend, Snagananaz. How you doing, man?
Doing good. It's been a long time since we've casted, so it's gonna be good.
Fair enough. We also
It's gonna
have
be hard to talk.
I mean, why we have to talk during this? Wait, I thought we have to.
Not really. Everybody only cares who comes here for the game. So
That's true.
I mean, all we really do is ruin it by talking.
Exactly. We also have Felindrith here as observer extraordinaire. I don't know if he's gonna want to talk at all, but he hates talking, so probably not. Before we get into the match, let's talk about the standings. We have You Are Not Alone in a crisp first place with 30 points. Deviled Keggs is actually in 6th with 14. If they were to dominate this match, they would actually move up into 3rd place, tied for 4th place, I should say. Going into playoff, this is what, the last week for most teams? Maybe one more week for some?
One more week. Next week is the last week of all scheduled season games. And then, so you have to fit all your flex matches into next week if you haven't done it yet. But yeah, one more week.
One more week, okay. And it is... but I believe this is the last match for You Are Not Alone. So they must have gotten their flex stuff done. So... Devil Keggs has an opportunity to kind of really secure themselves into a fairly middle of the road playoff matchup, but that would mean they would have a quote unquote easier opponent, right? They face the number 3 seed as opposed to the number 1 or 2 seeds. Is that fair? Or is it round? Is it? There's no round robin, right? It's just straight up playoff at that point.
Yeah, straight up single elimination. Well, I think it's double elimination actually.
I mean, you can see how much I pay attention to the league I play in. So
yeah. Well, we're not making playoffs, so who cares?
Whatever, who cares? Anyway, You Are Not Alone, though, has not dropped a map, I believe, all season long, so Deviled Keggs does have their work cut out for them. However, if I do believe from what I'm seeing in the team lobby, their best player, Wipeout's not playing tonight. It's actually B-Med instead, subbing in. So maybe Deviled Keggs has a chance.
Spoilers.
I'm sure some people on You Are Not Alone disagree with what I just said. Anyway, let's go into the map bans. We have You Are Not Alone banning Braxis Holdout and Dragonshire, while Deviled Keggs banned Cursed Hollow and Alterek. And we have Towers of Doom picked by You Are Not Alone for the very first map of the game. Any commentary you want to add to that, Snag, before we go into the draft lobby?
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So You Are Not Alone are the ones that were picking the map, so that gives Deviled Keggs the first pick. And neither team has lost on towers yet. I mean, granted, You Are Not Alone has not lost any map yet, but there have been maps that Deviled Keggs have lost on, and You Are Not Alone decided not to bring them to any of those, so they figure they must just have a good strat for Towers of Doom and being second pick.
Well, I am actually been looking forward to this matchup. I have some old friends, ex-teammates on You Are Not Alone, and we have some spicy, fun individuals on both teams tonight. So I expect a good match, and I'm actually really looking forward to half-ass casting this. That's why I brought Snag along, because he's actually going to be useful during this, and Foul. So, anything you want to say? One last thing you want to say before we go into draft, baby?
Hopefully, with some of the people that we're seeing in the lobby right now, we should have some fun picks. So I recognize a lot of the names here, and I always know them as playing some interesting off-the-wall heroes here and there. So hopefully we see some of that come out.
Excellent. All right, I told the teams to launch. Let's get into the draft.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't control any of that.
We just, we're just here for the ride, baby.
Oh, there we go.
Look at scene chains effortlessly. My mouse is in the way, though.
Yeah, so far in current standings, You Are Not Alone has only played Towers once, while Deviled has played it twice, both with 100%. So Deviled's got a little bit more experience on it.
But this is the pick by You Are Not Alone. That's kind of interesting that they've only done it once.
Yep. They've actually had a pretty good spread of maps. They've done 2-0 on everything, so they have played less maps than other teams that have gone 2-1. But, so they technically have quote-unquote less play time on all the maps compared to a lot of teams. But they've also just been dominating, so can't really harm them for that.
Oh!
Looks like they are trying to focus a little bit on a player on You Are Not Alone. So B-Med has been known to be a Gazlo player.
He has?
Played a bunch of times already.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So they're trying to focus that out. And interestingly enough, so the second pick is not banning out either a Deathwing or an Ariel. So banning out the Rexar, which means it's probably more of a focus ban against Deviled. But it's leaving everybody up. Well, at least leaving the two big names right now. Yeah, another B-Med specific ban. They don't want to deal with any cheese, I guess, which takes away some of the fun that we were hoping for.
Yeah, what? Oh, but we got Zeratul ban, so we do have both the Deathwing and Ariel available for pickage.
Yep. If they still prioritize, I mean, both heroes did just get nerfed on.
But I mean,
2 days ago.
Ariel is still good, even with the range reduction for her res. We got
a nice highlight. Yeah, we got a nice highlight with the res, so we know that it can still have some value even though they reduced the range, and she still pumps out good numbers. But yeah, Zeratul ban, I would imagine it's probably because of Raven or Michaelin. I don't know who's going to play.
They don't even care.
Playing their tank.
Mal'Ganis first pick. I like it.
Yeah. All around.
I mean, I feel like Mal'Ganis is such a great tank that I'm surprised he's not used more often.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as they don't pick the ban. Can we type? Oh, we can't. they don't pick the band talent. We'll have to make sure that they type that to.
Oh, yeah,
hopefully, they're typing that to each other. I don't think we're observers only. We're not referees.
Whatever.
But
all right.
So
Uther and Ariel. Now just
and I just fizz. I think that's. Oh yeah, I think somebody said that he is now moved into the tank role. He's usually been off lane, from what I've known him with other teams and other leagues. So I think he's moved into the tank role for this team. So that looks like probably an Uther tank with the double heals.
That reminds me, I should probably be putting in these picks into the.
So you can get the cascading.
Yeah, that little fun little thing. Well, let's see if it works though. All right, so
that's the fun part.
So you can keep talking. I'm gonna be doing this for a little bit.
Interesting enough, picking the Deckard. So Deckard root behind Mal'Ganis is pretty spicy. That's a lot. Big sleep that has what, a 3-second duration on sleep. That's very easy root to throw in. Vala with only a Deckard heals means that Vala has to be pretty pro, or hopefully the other team is not very good at hitting her. Like not many point and clicks. Unfortunately, the Vala is going against the easiest point and click in the game with Uther. So she's going to be relying on a lot of those dodging back and forth with pots. So she's basically doing her own healing for herself of wherever a pot lies down. Banning out the Jaina.
But I love the Deckard. I love Deckard. I mean, I feel like
he's got a great poke on the camp. So Deckard is probably the best delay on any objective, both Cursed Hollow, Towers of Doom, where he has 2 abilities that are super far range. They can hit everything around the objective to delay turn-ins. Which if they employ some type of strat like that, where especially on like the first towers or other of those double towers where you can delay one side but still fight on the other side, and really annoy another team.
I want it to be known that the sorter for the hero thing, when I'm trying to hit the buttons to go find it, is not working, and it's really.
Did you get refresh at the very beginning?
I did, and it's like really, so it's going really slow trying to do this.
I like the mouth heal. So the mouth heal, the Deckard has no way to really save anybody out of last rites. Like you have to get there, like the pot has to land, otherwise it has to be a shielding pot now to get enough health at the same time to survive last rites. Going with the Greymane, we'll see if I Just Fizz is going to go into the Divine Shield or the Divine Storm to allow Greymane to just go bonkers.
I do feel
with the
Greymane is a Yawner special.
Yeah, I think Yawner's, I've seen him the most on Hanzo.
Right, it's Hanzo and I think Greymane are like his little. Where the hell is Malthael on this list? Jesus! All right, I found him. It's okay, guys.
Malt.
It doesn't work. I'm telling you, that's not working, and it's annoying the hell out of me.
So neither team have too many stuns. Leo's got that level 20 team fight, which Towers of Doom usually gets to level 20 as long as you don't get super stomp 6 cap like we do. And then going with the Gul'dan with just the fear. So it's really just there with the Deckard root, Mal'Ganis stuns, which is already a lot by themselves, I guess, and Vala. And you're not alone, rounding out with the Junkrat for some wave clear. I like it. So we'll have Malthael that's able to do a double soak if need be, or just even out with the Leoric. Junkrat that can clear up any other soak that Greymane and Uther's not going to be able to do. So allows Greymane to go take camps a lot, which pretty all-around solid drafts from both teams. We'll see what how the double heals lines up against the Mal'Ganis.
Yeah,
I think it'll be really hard for You're Not Alone to actually kill Mal'Ganis. I mean, you got the one stun. I think they're probably going to be looking to do like a bullet and last rites, but if Mal'Ganis doesn't get stunned out of his carrion swarm, it's pretty hard to kill him. But they might be able to just outlast any fight between the Gul'dan and Vala without too much threat, and then just run at Deckard of Vala.
Alright. So I'm gonna stop the music. Can I fade it out? Ooh. Oh, I didn't really fade it out, but whatever.
See if I can look up stats for Devil Keggs on their picks. So they have. I haven't seen too much Mal'Ganis from them. From what it looks like, this might. Yeah, they've only played Mal'Ganis once before. And no Vala. No, it's not true. 2 Vala picks.
Alright, so let's see if I can find Foul's camera. Foul. Let's see, where is Foul?
He might be 6.
It's not 6, I think. That's showing me somebody else. Yeah, it's showing me a specific hero. No.
Alright, well, I'll introduce the teams. On the left side, on the blue team, we got You Are Not Alone with the undefeated, lost no maps. See if they can hold it true. Patience on the Ariel, Yanners on that Greymane, Majesty on Junkrat, Bmedu. Actually, how do you say that? Bmeduho? Bmed on Malthael, and I Just Fizzed on Uther.
I still can't find Foul. Foul, tell me where you're at.
On the right-hand side, Deviled Keggs with red team trying to upset the Dominators. We got Ravenex on Mal'Ganis, Mikkelin on the Vala, VZ on Deckard, Django on Podan, and Sir Watson II on the Leoric.
I mean, I know you're probably in mid, Foul, but I'm hitting all the buttons and it's not finding you, so.
Yeah, are you double-clicking them to where they're going down to the different?
I think I found him. No, I'm on Majesty. I'm on Majesty. What the hell is this? I hate this sometimes, guys. Alright.
So, Junkrat already trying to annoy the rotations. Mal'Ganis also trying to do annoyance on the rotations. However, You Are Not Alone is still ahead. They have Malthael to be able to double soak, even if they don't catch up, which will benefit them when they actually get to the starting to take some camps. And Malthael, I'm sure, will start double soaking.
Right. Okay, I'm sorry to ask this. How do I get off of a player? It's like I think it's stuck on a player right now. Like I'm stuck on Raven.
I think you press E.
Is it E? It does reset it. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'm doing this on my own until we can figure out how to get to.
Deviled Keggs looking to invade the camp. Nice timing right onto it, but there's a Junkrat bomb to knock him away. Not able to stand on point fast enough. Malthael gets here first, but they might be able to clean up a 5-man kill after this fight because of the Malthael coming in.
Yep.
If Malthael has a little jump, but he's not going to go to it, he's just going to go to the wave. Michaelin's still trying to get some damage in. And with that kill, they're just going to take the other camp. And just let Malthael soak and double soak, and they're going to go back and catch the lane on bottom. So good job from You're Not Alone to be able to have that rotation from the Malthael, give them the numbers advantage. And this is going to give them a pretty strong push in the beginning of the game.
Right, so quickly, but we're getting both those camps. Now they're taking down the front wall. They have Greymane to just siege all that down. Let's take a look at the top lane, though. Look at that. Is that exciting or not?
I mean, they actually... You're Not Alone has the Malthael that can out-heal the Leoric until Leoric is 4, and it looks like they're just going to keep pushing here. Nice whip from Ariel to make sure that Ravenex stays away from that spooky... is it Ghost? Spooky Vampire?
I want you to know right now, Foul, I'm not using your camera because I had no idea how to get to it, so...
Didn't you guys just test this?
We did, and it worked just fine, and now it's not working, so... I don't know what to say.
Deviled Keggs having a hell of a time trying to break through the double heals between the Junkrat and the Greymane damage.
I mean, they're just completely bodying them in this bottom lane with their double support and their Greymane just going crazy.
Yeah, like the Deckard heals can be good. They'll take some time to get going with the big pots and the shielding pots, but you don't get on-demand heals. You have to require your hero to run to your own pots unless you're like really good at hitting Deckard on the spot. Interesting enough, he actually went the level 4 for Deckard that spawns rubies on the cube. Mm-hmm. So that's, I guess, just giving more hope potions for the Mal'Ganis.
I've been looking into that, and I think I believe each of those gives like the same amount or very close to the same amount as one pot. So I think it's actually a really strong talent that's just underutilized. With how much you can actually get healing-wise value from it. Oh, the great bump back on Ravenex, and that Mal'Ganis just got deleted.
Yeah, I mean, the Deckard pots normally are 342. The Ruby pots are 316. So yeah, it's pretty close to the same.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I've tried 6. I've tried 1. Foul. Like it's just not finding you. Wait! I think I found Foul.
Double soak.
Unless you're top lane. Are you on? Where are you at, Snag?
I'm moving around.
I found Foul! I found Foul, everyone. I'm so excited about this. All right. Excellent.
Getting that observer stuff in. So this time, trying once again to get the invasion in, but they're not getting there fast in time. Leo was there. Malthael wasn't too far behind. But it turns out Greymane is pretty quick at taking camps.
All right, let's take a look at the talents because we didn't do it before, and because I was busy trying to figure out how to find Foul. I mean, I don't think anything's really non-standard down there, but again, they're actually going to invade the right-hand camp, push them off. You Are Not Alone literally can do anything they want in this game so far.
They're just so much fast. I mean, with the Malthael on the Pale Horse, he's just getting there on everything that they want to do faster than the Leoric. I mean, that's just the power of some of that macro play and having your offlaner that will just know where to be when he needs to be. And I wish I had something like that. And
Ooh. Wow.
So that having those rotational speeds,
it's
is
almost
just
like
so
your
strong.
offlaner is a support main.
Almost. It's almost like the support main only knows how to be with the team or by himself.
Thank God, by the way, Faust's a much better cameraman than me. I love it. I'm glad I found him.
Yeah, so they're just gonna continue with this double soaking. Now there's this 4-man just gonna sit here and control bot. I mean, I don't think there's really anything else for them to do. They're just gonna try to stay here, I would imagine, for the whole game until there's probably some other objectives up.
Woo! Look at that. They got level 10s already.
That was a really nice wombo there.
Oh my
the
goodness!
Greymane
Into the death zone and casually just flips out. Look at Yonners. He's showboating a little bit. See, I knew. A little bit of spiciness from both these teams. They got spicy players. That's why we're here.
Is there stats for B steps on here? Let's see. Control 5.
I don't know. Control 5
6.
does not. Carried objective. I don't know. If that does
CC
not.
time.
Wait, we got actually CC time. Deckard's got a lot of time, and so does Mal'Ganis. It's not really translating much, though.
I think it counts as slows and stuff like that. And Deckard's got a lot of slows with the cube.
That's fair. Train mount.
I think technically train mount's not caught. 6 minutes out. Too late. I can't type to all chat.
We can't
Oh my
type
God.
anything.
Being an observer sucks.
But I think train mount's only.
It's too late, anyways.
It's too late, but also I think train mount's only bad for like Brightwing
Asmodan.
and
Yeah,
Asmo.
the people that can't mount normally.
Well, Asmodan can mount normally.
Or whatever. Yeah, I think you only can do certain mounts or something like that. But yeah, the people that can't normally mount.
Nope. See, Leo does have the train mount. For shame, Sir Watson. For shame.
I mean, just ban him anyways. It's now double altar. Malthael is really late to it, but Junkrat's basically getting a free keep or a free objective because of this fort on bottom that they still have not been able to take back.
Right.
Raven X is trying to get some pressure on Yonners, but Malthael just gets a free last rights.
I mean, and then let's see, is Django gonna get in trouble at all from Oh, I thought Yonners just keep following that.
He wouldn't have been able to catch up on time.
Well, I was hoping that. Well, not hoping. I thought the Riptire would get past Django and bump him back into the Greymane. But yeah, you're right. It wasn't gonna happen. Again, they steal the right hand camp and they're just controlling this bot lane.
Yeah, the 4-man push with the double soaker is just the 4-man is just better than Devil Keggs 4-man. I just Fez looking for a little bit of damage on the Gul'dan because he's stepping up. They know that they don't see Ariel. They know that Greymane just took a camp, so Devil Keggs is trying to get some free clear on these pumpkin sappers.
They have to be worried about the Junkrat's bombs again because they've already faced that once with the Mal'Ganis getting bumped back. Oh, nice stun! Oh, so close to mine.
Yeah, it's
oh my gosh!
interesting.
Oh, okay.
Still got the knockback.
Yep. I was he walked up.
Mal'Ganis actually going for
nice fear, and there goes Uther.
Dark conversion. Even though there's a last rights and granted there's no bullet, but I need to stop saying granted. There's a last rights and still not going Carrion Swarm.
Hey, there's the resurrect.
Here comes resurrect, and that ultimate was nullified.
One
so
ultimate
they can keep up with the 4v4.
For another ultimate. I mean,
so I guess you don't think about it. So Junkrat can actually kind of act like Stitches on when you control this bottom shrine. So Stitches makes it so even standing in your own death zone is dangerous because you can always hook you for a kill. And Junkrat's kind of doing the same thing with the bombs like that. If ever the rest of his team was on that happened to be on that bot side with that Gul'dan, that would have been a dead Gul'dan.
Yeah, that's true.
So he still provides that threat even when you're in your own safety.
Majesty is doing a great job getting constant pressure. Like there's that small poke damage, keeping them low, keeping them uncomfortable this entire match. That's a fantastic whip to keep them off B-Med. Wow. Last rights. Oh, this is not going well for
the stuns are good. I mean, B-Med's been doing great standing in the warding bushes, catching the rotation because they know that Devil Keggs had to come through that channel.
You are not alone. I was just doing such a great job controlling this map.
Yeah, I don't see how they're not doing anything wrong. I mean, basically, we can definitely see why they're 12-0 so far.
Deviled Keggs. I mean, I'm trying to think. What can they do to get themselves back into this? Like that.
Sir Watson.
Yeah, I was like, they're gonna need some
Middle.
good entombs, I believe. I don't know if an entomb on a solo Junkrat's the answer, but a solo entomb on a solo Junkrat, I should say. But I do think that they do have the ability to get picks. They just need to start, you know, hopefully getting those ganks. Like, look at that Mouthdale right there. Are they gonna get them?
Yeah, hopefully with the Volley Pale Horse, nice unstoppable to stop that stun from
there
Mal'Ganis,
it
but
is, though.
barely caught by the Vala.
And the fear. Whew, that's a lot of ultimates though, and they're all grouped up right now for that Riptire.
Huge Riptire, but there comes Rez, Divine Storm to knock out 1 kill.
Oh my god.
Big Sleep not able to finish off I Just Fizzed.
That Rez is already back, and there's the last rights, doesn't connect fully, but
That's
2 down. 1 technically, but he's already been rezzed.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 1-for-0, then turned into a 2-for-0 because of Rez. So that allows the 5-man to be a 5-man and go take a boss and go push a fort elsewhere. So it's really the power of Resurrect still.
Right. Like, I have to say, I wonder if Devil Keggs is going to consider banning Ariel after this game.
Oh, did I say... How many teams are there? 11 teams in Division? Oh, okay.
Listen, we just know they're undefeated. I don't know. There's 12 teams total in the division, but
Right,
one dropped out. But I think they got a forfeit for it.
So it looks like they're You're Not Alone prioritizing the top 2 shrines. Letting Mouthfeel take 1, he'll join in fast.
And they're just gonna take bottom 1. Yeah.
It's gonna come down to see if Leoric is gonna be able to delay enough, but he is not going to.
They delayed that top. Oh no, they didn't. Wow.
Oh, I actually didn't even realize that was already game. That was not. Can't count on the objective. Good
we
observing,
are the best casters, everyone.
GG for You
GGs.
Not Alone. A quick
That was a
one.
very quick match. How long was that? Was it game time 0? Helpful.
11 minutes.
Oh, okay. I have 0 on mine. Good. So 11 minutes. 9-2 in deaths, but that really, I don't know if that was really so important. The fact really is that You Are Not Alone just completely controlled the map the entire time. Their rotations were fantastic. Their team fighting was really fantastic. I don't really know. I felt bad because I feel like we were only talking about that team the entire match without really talking about Deviled Keggs, but I don't know what to say about that first game for Deviled Keggs.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully they brush it off, move into the next game with some focus on like synergy of heroics and make sure like they can prioritize the double soaker and try to get ganks on him. Like if you're already not winning in one's place, try to win somewhere else, right? Like just make a 3-man down there and send Vala up top with Leoric with an Entomb and try to gank the Mouthfeel. Set them off, try to mess up the groove a little bit elsewhere if your first groove is not working. Right. We have been told that ourselves by
many
specific people. That, it's hard to keep track of in the middle of a game. I mean, you're frustrated because things aren't going the way you want them to be, and it's hard to think about it outside of the box subjectively and thinking about something else that could be done.
So let me whisper Raven, and I think I hear my cat wants to come in.
I heard that. Him patting at the door.
All right, I'm going to go get the cat real quick, and I'm going to see what they want to do. Hold on.
What stat do you What page do you have open? Oh, you're back on our screens. It looks like we're going to Battlefield of Eternity. So that Battlefield of Eternity was...
Majesty's already done it, so they're taking care of it.
Yep.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, so it looks like it's another first pick choice by Devil Keggs, bringing the map pick to...
So let us update.
You Are Not Alone.
Yeah, so they got to score. They're 1 up. Bam. Yes, I hear you, Cat. Give me a minute. Match. All right, so we have... This is picked by You Are Not Alone, right?
Correct. Map pick was picked by You Are Not Alone.
Yep. And we are on Battlefield of Eternity. Cool. So let's go back to that. If I can get my cat out of the way.
So this is one of the options. So Devil Keggs has been 1-1 on Battlefield of Eternity. So I guess they're hoping that they can maybe see a little bit of... At least there's 2 games there, so they can see a little bit of a pattern or what they might be looking for.
We're ready. Yeah, Did you look at the You said this is one of their maps for You Are Not Alone? Sorry, I'm trying to play catch up a bit.
You Are Not Alone is so far with. I don't know if there's been other games played this week, but as of last Monday, they were 1-0 on this, and Deviled Keggs is 1-1.
Okay. Well, I kind of feel like there's got to be an Ariel ban because whenever Deviled Keggs did find an advantage, did actually get that kill, that res just negated anything they were trying to do, and it just like kind of feels bad, right?
Well, yeah,
but they do have first
Deviled
pick.
Keggs. Yeah, Deviled Keggs had the option to take Ariel. Ariel was open, and they first picked Mal'Ganis. So that means they're not showing as high a priority on Ariel.
I mean, that could just be though that someone on their team can't play Ariel. I mean, we're not pros. We're all amateurs, so maybe that's just not in their their roster, so to speak.
So we're probably going to see another ban from another ban of Rexar from You Are Not Alone. It looks now pulling up the stats for Deviled Keggs. Oh, there is an Ariel ban.
There it is.
So that's definitely showing that Deviled Keggs does not like Ariel, does not like to play it, because if you're the first pick and you want it, you would leave it open, let the other team ban it, and then if they don't ban it, you first pick it. So that definitely is showing that Deviled Keggs does not have any intention to play Ariel.
Rexar ban again. I mean, is there someone on that team, Deviled Keggs team, that wants to play?
It looks like on the stats they played it 7 times, and so there obviously is some pattern there where they like in Rexar. This is a 2-lane map, so Rexar can dominate. Granted, it's probably not Rexar's best map because you don't really care about offlane on this map. You really just care about the team fighting and the race or the dive potential from your team. Like the offlane can kind of just do whatever they want.
It is interesting. Also, but Zol and Rules in chat is saying that VZ plays a good Ariel, so they just don't want it for whatever reason.
Yeah, I guess they just don't want it.
Or they just don't. They're not going to take it first.
And so they had some other plan that doesn't involve Ariel, and then so they just want to make sure that You Are Not Alone doesn't get it.
Right.
So VZ is their healer. So this could be a swap around. We do this all the time as well, where they're first picking Uther on your healer player, thinking that you're going to pick Uther, and then just do a swap later. So there's still that option.
If I remember correctly, neither team banned Deathwing nor took him last game. So I don't think these teams think that Deathwing's any good, or he's just not a high enough priority for them.
Yeah.
Majesty on the Hanzo. That's interesting to me.
Yeah, Joanna. I'm not a big fan of Joanna on 2-lane maps. I think they probably are picking it because of the blind potential with some racers. Yeah, like against the Vala or any other type of like an Artanis or something like that, where the Joanna blind on the defense can really give your team an advantage. But other than that, she doesn't provide a lot. If they are expecting an Uther tank, then Joanna's pretty good.
It's true. And the spicy Ragnaros. There it is, baby.
Get some delay. Let's get this game to level 20.
Yeah. Let's drag this game out. Django is showing on Vala for now. But I saw that once and they switched it up at last second, so I'm going to hold it where it's at.
I'm not really sure what else You Are Not Alone is going to want to ban. I think they banned... What did they ban last time? Sylvanas was banned by Deviled Keggs.
So I do like the Rag, though, on this map. He has, obviously, the great delay. He can Lava Wave, and then also hop into the forts if they happen to lose the objective, which is kind of likely, I think, early on. But
right now, they're even on race. Vala versus Hanzo is about the same.
Right, but you are sacrificing your offlaner's race a little bit, right? So they could still...
it depends on if You Are Not Alone takes the same amount of race from their offlaner.
Yeah. But isn't BMed like a little, what's it called?
This is all BMed picks are available. Samuro and Gazlo are both up, and I know he likes Samuro on this map as well, or at least I've seen it before.
Deckard
so they're probably gonna make those choices.
Interesting though, interesting bans. Like it's really weird to me that they really banned out BMed in game 1 and then don't seem to care about so much in game 2.
Probably just want to let him to have some fun,
There is the Samuro.
Maybe they have a plan for it.
All right.
Actually, I mean, I already hate Samuro enough where I don't even know the counters to him because I just kick him out of my mind of even an option. So I think people have said it a couple of times of what the good bans are, but
sorry, I had a cat in my face. She's very happy to be
the important things.
Oh, I love it. Maev and Tyrande. Okay, I don't love that so much, but I do love the Maev. Maev, and I know Mikolan is actually a really good Maev player from what from at least from what I've seen in the past. So Maev, I mean, if you got a good one on your team, that is a huge playmaker opportunity.
Yeah, and the fun things with Maev into Samuro, since Samuro is going to provide clones, that gives more chain targets for Maev, and she has quite a few talents that if you're training an off target like a Samuro clone and it hits somebody in the back, then they're going to take extra damage. But I actually really like the Thrall pick into a Maev. So a big thing about Maev is just having, which is kind of counterintuitive, is kind of having more bruisers, because then after Maev does the chains, you kind of just sit with her, keep doing damage to her, because you have the survivability of a Thrall or Artanis or Arthas, and then when she lands after her jump or her vaults, you're there already, and you don't really care to run away, and because you'll just brawl her.
Yeah.
So pretty good on the Thrall pick. Race potential, I don't actually know Samuro's race that well, but Devil Keggs has the Vala with Hungering Arrow and Hunter's Mark. I would put race on Keggs. I think Maev does a lot of auto attack. Tyrande does Hunter's Mark and Hungering Arrow, but I just don't know how well Samuro pairs.
Yeah, that's true. It looks to me though, based on their comp, that I think You Are Not Alone wants to run at them and defend.
Yes, I would agree. But I mean, Maev, it's hard to run into a Maev. It's hard to run into a Rag, because the more if you're running into Rag with what 1, 2, if you count 3 clones of Samuro, Johanna, and Thrall, that's 4 melee to a Q Rag.
I don't know how to get to. Oh, I think I found Foul already. Foul, where are you at?
It's probably at the.
I think he's on Yonners. I hope so. Excellent. All right, so let's go through the teams. We got Yonners on Thrall, Patience on Stukov, I Just Fizz on Johanna, Majesty on Hanzo, and B-Med on Samuro.
For what team was that? You didn't even say the
You
team
are not
names.
alone. My bad. Come on.
And on the right-hand side, the red team, we got Django on the Vala, Ravenex on the tank Uther, VZ on the Tyrande, Mikolan on the Maev, and Sir Watson on the Rag, the baby Rag.
This is the most professional cast of all time. How dare you say
How
otherwise?
dare you? How dare you point out stuff?
All right, let's take a look at the first level 1 picks.
This is Crash Thrall.
It is now. See, look at that. We came here for the spice. I think Maev, Crash Lightning Thrall. We got what we want, right?
Gets the 1 stack there. Gotten a lot of 3 stacks for arrows already. Nice root.
Ooh,
Maev hasn't. I don't think I've seen a pull from Maev yet.
No, she got a pull
Unless
once.
I missed it.
She got a pull, but it's a 1 pull.
Oh, she did get 1 stack already too.
Yeah.
So she's looking at Rag is looking at his stacking his Qs, and Vala is going to be going into the Hungering Arrow.
And oh man, I am curious to see how that top lane goes, because I think Samuro is one of the biggest pain in the ass characters to face, especially a good one.
Yeah,
oh,
I mean,
great silence by the Stukov on Uther and on Raven, and woo, just barely gets out with all that healing. And
stunning the I Just Fizz into the towers.
Nice.
That was clutch.
That was well done by VZ. Right? That was VZ's
First kill
stun?
of the game, first minute. So we'll see. That should allow Devil Keggs to take this bottom camp. Yep, they're going to it knowing that they have at least 5 seconds until Johanna reses, and then another 10, 15 before she gets to the lane.
So
So
good
it should
start.
be a free pickup here.
Good start for Devil Keggs this game. Last game, they got pretty quickly bodied into losing the first 2 camps. This game, they're trying to do the opposite.
So looking at top lane, so Watson is getting kind of, I mean, not really bullied off. I think he's going to be able to push the wave in. I think he should eventually be able to out heal the Samuro as long as he gets good Qs. It'll be, I'll see if I can look in if he gets some of his Q AoE to hit the stealth Samuro.
3 pulls for that one. And ooh, look how low.
Huge
Throw.
silence.
Yeah. And VZ barely escapes with their little life.
So that's going to be a full hearth, I would imagine. Nope. Another 10 seconds, I'd imagine we start seeing these teams go to their shaman camps. B-Med checking the top mercs just to make sure no one's going there. Yep,
Devil
there
Keggs
they go.
already on their way.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of want to be the second team to cap, so that way your mercs are pushing into the lane later from this objective, because it's so easy to clear them and you have that time. You want to have their offlaner in that lane the longest amount of time, So a lot of times you'll see teams just hold it until basically we see the other team cap it.
Now that's interesting. I just noticed that Stukov went the level 1 range attack. What was that called? I can't remember now. Spine Launcher. There it is. I think that's for tech. I assume that's kind of for the Uther and Maiev.
Yeah, just to slow him down as much as possible.
Yeah.
We do have a much quicker attack from You Are Not Alone.
Ooh.
Hanzo already on top of it.
That nice bleep by Vala to get out of that by Django, because that was almost a pick. Alright, we got Majesty burning down the top one. Hanzo by himself getting a good chunk on that Immortal.
But now it's...
Yep.
Michaelin is now got baited into being alone against You Are Not Alone.
Oh, cringe.
Got him.
I was afraid you were going to do that. Alright, halftime race goes to You Are Not Alone. I'm assuming that they're just going to race this and not try to defend it. They've already got a huge lead and Maiev is down for the count.
Yeah, I mean, that was really just the little bit of macro play from You Are Not Alone to... Hanzo was just sitting there waiting. Samura was waiting as well, but he realized that nobody else is there, so he could just go back to lane. Or there's really Hanzo was in no threat, rather.
Yes, Spine Launcher is inferior in Immortal Race Ektar, but I kind of see why they have that tech for the comp that Devil Keggs is running. All right, we got Samara going bot. We have Maiev going bot with him. So because Ragnaros is going to hop into awesome Molten Core form.
I'm really curious for Devil Keggs level 7s. I want to see if there's anything to be learned from people in chat of what Vala might take at level 7. So going the Hungering Arrow build, I'd really like her to take multi-shot.
Does that make you happy?
I don't know if they're watching.
I mean, multi-shot obviously is really helpful when you're going Hungering Arrow build.
100% allows you to win this game.
Woo! No. And you got a little bit of stun going action on, and...
That Molten Core, I mean, I guess the...
Oh, it's a big silence.
On Molten Core.
That's a bit... Oh, they got the expanding silence. What is this? Is this Stukov 2018 with the expanding silence? What the hell?
Unfortunately, the Vala did go vault reset.
Well, that Ragnaros did save the top fort. Half health. That would have been dead without good old Raggy. They're taking... Oh, sorry.
Maiev on the bot lane not having as good of a time against the Samuro as Rag was.
Yeah, I mean...
I imagine they would definitely want Maiev on the top lane here.
Yeah, they want to switch, don't they? What's Rag still doing? Are they planning on attacking that top camp? No, this seems like a switch.
Yeah, BMS is kind of doing his thing. He didn't actually go for that camp on bottom. He was waiting around to see where the Maiev was going, which was really smart. He didn't really need to show anywhere, and so he didn't do it.
Snag, you'll be disappointed to know that the Vala did go repeating arrow.
Oh, I already said it.
Oh, you did? I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, I do fall asleep when during the matches, particularly when I'm playing, so you understand.
Thrall's over here with 17 stacks of Crash Lightning, halfway there, over halfway.
Oh!
Big kill on Uther.
That happens just so fast. Oh, top fort now finished off. They're going to rotate now to the bottom. What are they doing here? Oh, are they going for a gank?
A little bit of indecision from them. They were running away and they decided to come back.
Root into the silence. Ooh, the Maya barely makes it out with her live. I feel like that was almost like a fake out because they timed that pretty well where they all kind of went down and came back up.
Yeah, it was a good job on BZ keeping that Michael alive. BZ was getting the auto attacks with the Elun's Chosen. So I think it was just enough since they didn't have the Uther there to keep the Maiev alive. But once again, You Are Not Alone is already on top of it. And probably going to get their half immortal very quickly.
So you don't like targeted excision? Is that what I think that's called? Just key? Because he says he always takes big silence. I'm like, eh. I mean, I think it's still got its place. I'm not saying it's a bad pick. I think it's a good pick, particularly for this comp.
Well, I mean, for what Stukov wants to do.
Yeah, I think in this particular match, I think it's the better pick.
Yeah, for target decision is really just there if you're going to have prolonged fights, right? If you're thinking you're going to get multiple traits out, but if you're looking for the one trait with the silence and the kill,
which is definitely what they want this game. I'm just saying he says it always, which is interesting to me. That's all. All right, we got a full health and shield immortal going bot lane, and they are level 10. Devil Keggs will be 10 soonish, but that does mean they're probably split at the beginning of this. This should be...
they saw Uther out there trying to get that level 10, but I think they realized that they just need to get it through trickle, through the experience, through the minion wave on bot. But now, Devil Keg's gonna have this tough decision of what position you take until you get to 10. How aggressive can you go? And that's split second.
Samuro. Yep, the Samuro flank kind of. Oh,
Arrow
big
hitting
arrow. And there's the pick on Vala. Ooh, that's gonna hurt.
So they actually almost got away because of the Sundering. The Sundering pushed the Vala away from the rest of his team. Unfortunately, the Maiev pull brought the Thrall and the Joanna to the Vala. So it's pretty funny. There was a big stun there too.
Yep, we do have a pause by Raven. I don't see why yet. I'm assuming someone either disconnected or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Majesty's like, what happened?
Question marks?
His game is bugged. Can't see any models apparently. All right. So we have a restart.
Oof.
So
he's restart the whole game.
So let's take a look at talents for about an hour and a half. Rag hasn't taken a level 10 yet, and neither has Uther.
They just hit it.
I know. So we have Shadowstock for Tyrande. We have Rain of Vengeance for Vala, and Warden's Cage for Maiev. We have Dragon Zero for Hanzo, Blessed Shield for Johanna, which I think we saw all that during that team fight to get,
Yes. Oh, actually, we did not see Blessed Shield.
I thought it went off.
Well,
it's not on cooldown, though. I thought I saw it. Apparently I'm just crazy. Illusion Master, Sundering, and Massive Shove. That's interesting. I guess they don't want the swipe to ruin an entire engage.
Yeah, with the arrow and Sundering.
Yeah. So,
I would imagine we're probably gonna see Rag take Lava Wave here just to try to get as much delay as possible. Try to give him some time.
Yeah.
See, Mega Muffin says this Maiev build is incorrect.
Mega Muffin has been kind of talking bad things about the Maiev the entire game, which I think is unfortunate and rude. Let's go to the.
I don't remember which talents builds. Oh yeah, I don't. Is the new talents changings to Maiev actually affect her build?
I mean, I gotta.
This is the old build.
Right. I don't play Maiev at all, so I have no comments on this. It looks fine to me.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of like the classic Maiev was kind of just standard. But I believe from what I've seen this week after the changes that there has been more like E build Maiev. I just don't know what the changes are.
All right, I'm going to go to the map screen for a second because this is kind of weird to look at. So, what do you think that Deviled Keggs needs to do? Because they are down 2 forts. They haven't really gotten any pressure on You Are Not Alone.
I mean, they just need to get a big cage with Uther stun, like a cage into stun into Divine Storm. I think it's probably the biggest way that they come back. I mean, they might go full wombo with the cage and Ragnaros Lava. What's it called? Lava Slam? What's his talent ability?
Which one?
What is his other heroic? Not Lava Wave.
Oh, Sulfuras Smash. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Physical Knives at 4. Yeah, E build is one of the new ones.
Oh, okay. They are ready.
Damn, he came into this game fast.
Right. Well, I mean, maybe because it's paused, it's easy for the game to catch up.
Maybe.
We can't type in there, so hopefully they know we're ready.
Yeah, we'll see if they go full wombo, try to catch the Thrall or a Hanzo or a Stukov, and then or they just go Lava Wave to try to delay. No, we're not restarting the game. Just one player had to restart his game.
Yeah. All right, back in.
His or her game. I'm not going to assume genders.
Their game.
So he does take Sulfuras Smash. So they're going to go for Divine Storm, Cage, Sulfuras Smash.
I think that's the correct call at this point. I don't think Lava Wave's going to really.
So we're going to see big plays coming out of Michaelin.
All right. Stun.
1Q.
Oh, I thought they were going to kind of engage on that.
They didn't want to go. Yeah, I think they were trying to hope for a bigger. There's one
cage.
There's 3 man in there. Divine Storm, Rain of Vengeance. That's 2. 1 dead.
Still waiting for Smash.
Ooh, but big silence.
On the Thrall. Uther's hurt though. Maiev goes down. I just fizz. Oh my goodness. He got so many people.
They have to try to not die anymore so they can try to defend. Uther's going to go for a little bit. Uther can probably die to get some heals out to help BZ.
Yeah, but
that's my problem with Tyrande.
Right. But they're just kind of going core. Are they going to end right here? Is this game going to be over before 10 minutes?
It looks like it is. The 20-second, 20%.
Yeah, they're all in the core. Samura's in the car. That is GG. Less than a 10-minute game. Wow.
Well, that was a fast.
That was a fast. Yeah, that was fast series. It's going to be back. It's going to be back.
You are not alone. Securing their undefeated streak.
Yep. 2-0. Woo.
4 to 3 kills. I mean, even on kills. Thrall's damage up there with the Vala.
Mm-hmm. That was well played by them. Whew, that was fast,
GG.
though.
Yeah, it was fast.
I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like those games were both so fast, and they did it without their best player in Wipeout. So we have. All right. Let me see if I can get. Okay, Majesty's coming for the interview, so let us go.
We can move him in.
Can we move him in? Do we?
Yeah, he should just be able to. Yeah, casters can move him in. Yeah, see, easy.
Look at that.
Caster power.
Caster power. Hey, Majesty, welcome.
Hey.
Congratulations on the quick wins.
Thank you. I have to work at 6 a.m., so we had to go quick.
Oh wow, that's wise. That's how you handle business.
So Majesty's the East Coast guy then.
Yeah. There's 2 East, 1 Central, and a West that play tonight.
You have 1 West player, and you guys are on the West side.
We have 2 total West players, but I work second shift normally.
Okay.
But on Saturdays, I have to go in super early.
Well, how you guys feeling? Is that
good.
No sweat or
no sweat?
Is that
a little bit? But pretty all right. 4-3 game. So did feed at the end. Had to make sure I got my feeding in.
Well, I mean, that's a requirement of every game, right? Just to make sure.
Yeah. The goal is to keep patience at the top of the KDA chart. So.
Protect the patients at all costs.
Yeah.
How was it with you haven't played with the sub tonight? Did you feel at all like that was going to be a bit of a pressure, having to use a different player, change up your strategy a little bit, or was it just kind of like, whatever, we're still good to go, it doesn't matter?
We opted to give B Med a game. A little bit, B Med's known for his unusual picks, and his hero pool's all right. So we planned a little bit. You have to play around a little bit with different. Obviously, everyone has set hero pools. You always have to play around it. And this time we just swapped out Wipeout's hero pool for B Meds and played accordingly.
Obviously, the better choice with the proven win records or the win times of both games.
That's true. That's true. Because Devil Keggs is not a pushover team. And it looked like you kind of had your way with them tonight. I'm trying to remember game 1 because game 1 happened so fast. So you guys were able to get both camps in the very beginning so very quickly, and I think you even got that fort almost, or you got like half down. What was that like? A snap call to say like you saw how quickly you'd kind of outpositioned them in a sense and just taken everything, and you just knew you could put the pressure on right then and there. Was that kind of part of the game plan initially? You just thought you could be that aggressive on this team? Like how'd that kind of sequence go down?
We went for our camp as standard for that map, and in general, you play towards the bot lane, double camp, get the fort. You can have the option of potentially pushing in 6 shots every 2.5 minutes. And so we went for our camp, thinking that they were going for theirs, and then they went for the invade. But we had like Junkrat mines, so we got the cap, and then we got a kill, and they were all low, so they had to retreat. So then we just took their camp too, and it gave us the whole wall.
And then just did it again and got the fort.
Yeah, and then you just always pick a double soaker for top lane on that map, and if you have the option to, you just let them keep double soaking and just hard pressure bot. And when you have how many heroes do we have? 2 that didn't use mana. It's pretty easy to keep the pressure up.
True.
Yeah, were you surprised that they did not ban Ariel in game 1?
No.
Why is that?
Because we have only played Ariel twice, and we let it through draft almost every time.
Wow.
So you don't fear Ariel at all, even while she was unnerfed. So, okay, I'm not going to ask why, because I'm assuming that's like a trade secret right now. How you want to?
No, that's fine.
But okay, so then why doesn't your team fear what a hero is? Basically, that's a perma-banned hero by almost every other team in the league?
Because if you just get the right CC options on the right heroes, you can just save it, and then you go for like a burst or a CC chain, and then you kill one, let them have the res, and then you just CC them to death again.
Makes
And
sense.
you just like, if you have like a Deckard or a Stukov, you can just put that right on the res location, and they res in CC, and you just free to wombo them again.
So basically, you're just relying on your team's synergy to take them out and keep them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically just going the old school, like 2 years ago meta, where it's just CC train on CC train, and then just make sure you have some wave clear on top of it.
Yeah.
So then neither team obviously shows any prioritization on Deathwing. Did you guys? I haven't checked your stats at all. I don't think I've seen you guys have Deathwing on your roster at all.
I'm trying to remember if we played it in any official matches. We pulled it out for some scrims, but I don't know if we've pulled
Look
it
at
out
this
for
guy
that
screaming.
many. I don't know how many times we've pulled it out. We may have pulled it out once or twice for actual matches, but most of the time it's just something we've scrimmed with. So it's in our back pocket. We just haven't used it.
Yeah, there's been no picks of Deathwing on your side.
Interesting.
Yeah. So for game 2, their first pick Uther, did that change your guys' strategy going into the game at all?
We predicted it.
Oh, easy enough.
Is that like a known pick from them and they're from scouting, or is that just something you kind of just knew they're gonna do?
After we used it game 1, we figured that they were either gonna ban it or first pick it, and so when they didn't ban it, we guessed first pick, and then they did.
Mm-hmm.
And then was your comp kind of designed against that and with that thought process in mind then, or did that not matter?
Not necessarily. It was just there. It was just like, all right, is this tank or healer? And we just had to keep guessing the whole way down. And it was just playing around the map and picking our comfort picks and what we liked on the map.
It's always a good deal when you're allowed to do that, and you're not looking for any counters or anything like that. You're just, pick what you want and then play your game, which you guys obviously were able to do.
Yep.
Do you have any more questions for him, Snag?
No, I think the game showed for themselves.
So my last question to you, Majesty. I know this is you guys' last match of the season, correct?
Regular season, yeah.
Regular season. So you're going to the playoffs. You're basically undefeated. You're
22-0. We haven't dropped a single map.
You're basically perfect in every way. And are you going to continue that throughout the entire playoffs? Are you gonna, do you feel confident in being able to call that you're just gonna blow out the rest of everybody and get to the finals, or do you think that some teams are gonna have seen you once and they'll be able to adjust you a bit and maybe take some maps off you throughout?
I would say that there is one specific team that is. We're actually only up. Like, if you include all of our scrims against them and running into them in Storm League in our actual match, we're actually only up 1 game over them. And that's roll 1. So that is probably at least them, I would be cautious about going into and saying we won't drop a map. But the rest of them, I'd say we have a solid chance to not drop any.
And that team,
all right,
I'm surprised by roll 1's ranking or standings.
They're very fluctuating. They're on a big of a win streak here. Juanita, they're playing the mouth now on the support, hard carrying them.
So looking really, really far ahead, let's say you do make it to the grand finals where you have to play East Coast. Are there any teams that you know of or that you might have heard of or been watching at all from the East Coast that you might be like wanting to play? Like maybe there's other players on the East Coast, since you have some East Coast players that you just want to go against just because there's rivalries, or you just want to beat them up?
The only person that we came to Div B looking and excited to play was Key. And then he drops a C, but then he got to sub in, so we got to face him anyways. But no, I at least for me, I know some of the other team have watched some East Coast games, but for me, I have not actually scouted or looked at East Coast at all.
That was an easy answer to say, playing against Linehouse, but whatever.
What? We're not making the finals. Get the hell out of here.
I asked him who we would want to play against, not who was expecting to play against.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be curious to see how this team does throughout the playoffs, because I've seen a couple of your matches this season, and I mean, you've just been so much better than I think any other team so far in this division. And you do see, like, from the teams that we've faced most of the East Coast now, and I feel like your team is still probably one of the top 2 or 3 teams easily. Like, I think it's gonna be. I think you're probably in my opinion, you're probably the favorite to win the Div B whole thing right now, unless you mess something up in the playoffs.
Nexus Edge agrees, so.
Oh, if they agree, then never mind. Take it all back. If it's the worst, you're gonna lose in the first round, and it's gonna be Wipeout's fault. So there you go.
Key did the preseason power rankings for Nexus Edge for Division B West, and he put us at rank 1, and we have not moved since. So really, this is Key's fault for believing in us too much.
Damn it, Key.
Anyway, so before we sign off, any shout outs?
Shout out to Lily, our #1 fan. She actually watched the whole game today. She was watching your stream because we didn't do a POV stream. Shout out to Wipeout, of course, our captain, setting everything up, scheduling everything. He does a great job. We tease him a lot, we troll him, but we all love Wipeout in the end. Shout out to BMed for subbing in and stepping up. Did a great job, especially game 1. Carried that game by just getting all the XP for us. Shout out to, I believe we had members of the old team Queen Consort in watching, because Janners and Michaelin were both a part of that team.
Yep.
Before it fell apart. So I think some of their members came out and watched. They're gonna watch the replay, something like that. So shout out to them, and shout out to NGS, and then shout out to you guys for casting. Thank you, all 3 of you.
Oh, you're welcome. And I'm gonna say thank you, Majesty, because I just saw I got a notification that you followed my Twitch, and Lord knows that this is the best place to watch terrible hoots. So, all right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Good luck in the playoffs. Congratulations on your undefeated season.
Thank you.
have a good evening, Majesty, and good luck at work tomorrow.
You too.
Yeah,
Thank
have
you.
fun with that.
Yeah. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
All right, so Snag, any last thoughts before we sign off? Go bedsies or whatever.
I mean, it's a little unfortunate that the games were over so quick. I mean, we had so little time to really go into a groove of the cast that we haven't done for a year.
Well, we could always do another one, as crazy as it sounds.
It's so much work, though.
It is so much work. It is so much work. I heard I got another follow, but I don't have it on, so I don't know who followed me. But thank you, whoever that was.
There's a tab that tells you activities that you can, but whatever.
That's crazy talk. That's like, you act like I'm a professional at anything in this realm. But I want to say, I just fizzed. There it is. I looked at my email, so I just fizzed. Thank you very much for the follow. So thank you, Snag, for joining me, because as we all know, I am the worst caster in the world, and I need somebody who's actually competent to do this with me. Foul, thank you for observing after I finally found you in game 1 and found you quicker in game 2. Thank you to both teams. It was a great match to be a part of. What was anything else? Oh, sorry, did I say anything last thing you want to do before we signed off?
No, you covered it.
Cool. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this obviously flawless cast of You Are Not Alone versus Deviled Keggs. Everyone, have a good evening and good night.